they realize that people need, it's considered an illness and they need proper treatment. They don't need to be criminalized. Gang documentation, it's very small. There's very, how do I put this? It's very easily to be documented as a gang member if you're in San Diego and you're going to be black or brown. For Ferguson protesters for the murder of Mike Brown to be called an animal, it just perpetuates that lesser of being, and how much racism has been. It's still present to this day. It's still 100 years of racism that we still need to overcome.
With all the issues that came out of the San Diego Sheriff's Department, you know, they've got CCWs, they've got children beatings, they've got First Amendment issues. Do you think it's time that William Gore steps down and resigns?
You know, I would love for... It's so small for me to say William Gore needs to resign. There's so many more sheriffs that need to resign. The sheriff department needs to be defunded. They have enough time on their hands to be doing this. There's a lot of laws that I don't feel that we need to enforce. There's a lot of, I really think, instead of constantly having somebody resign and having the same person fill their spot, I think we should look at the budgets for giving the sheriff department, the San Diego Police Department, and figure out what money we can allocate to community members and not to police. If they had time to write this to us, then something is seriously wrong.
This is your taxpayer. This is your tax dollars at work, and when this is your tax dollars at work, and when a county employee that's sending these hateful emails to activists could be spending their time actually fighting crime, or going after employees who are using wage theft against their employees. There's plenty of crime happening in San Diego, and this just proves that more money doesn't equal safer streets.
I'm sorry we're coming to this late a little bit. How do you know it was done on taxpayer? Like, was it done from an IP address that's within, like, during tax time?
This email was sent from an address called CiscoKid1560@gmail.com, and the IP address that they used comes from the sheriff's office. So it was fairly easy to trace it back to a computer that came from the county. This person may not have been doing this on clock, but they were certainly doing it on
this property?
A computer, and using an IP address that belongs to the county. Clearly identifies as one of the many IP addresses that are associated with the sheriff's office. Remember, this is the same sheriff who is so embarrassed of his record at the FBI that he had to take down his Facebook page. You know, San Diego Sheriff's Office has no presence on Facebook because Bill Gore is so sensitive to criticism that he would rather be off of Facebook than have to interact with the people who he has sworn to protect and serve.
And there's no way, you guys had a tech person kind of trace this, there's no way it was like a Wi-Fi bouncing off?
You can do it yourself, it's so easy.
Very easy.
You can use any reverse lookup on Google makes this so easy on you.
There's just no possibility that it was like hitting a Wi-Fi that's in this area. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there any wiggle room that it definitely didn't come from?
When you send an email, it timestamps which computer that you're using.
Okay.
If that was possible, it would be an embarrassing breach of the sheriff's IT protocols.
Okay.
So at least if it's fake, he needs to address that. If it's real, he needs to address that. Either way, he has to address it.
Okay. Sorry,
we're presented this to the sheriff's department. How did they respond?
Sorry.
We did forward this to the county clerk. They said they were looking into it, examining what the turnover is for a complaint to actually be completed. It can take up to a year. We're not going to be waiting, but we definitely are glad that this is out there as an issue.
In the meantime, this person is still on the county's payroll. This person is still at work, probably today, doing their job, working for the county, sending hate mail to activist groups. So, it could take a year. This person may be on the job for that whole time, but that's also par for the course around here. I mean, the killer of Victor Ortega still controls the neighborhood where his widow lives. That's what we have to deal with now.
Yeah. Can you talk about just a little bit, like, that we have a national, oh,
One moment. Take 5.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey, there's a microphone to make sound.
Our apologies for that.
Can you pick up?
Can you talk about, yeah, just a little bit about, like, there's this national conversation going on about police tension between communities and, you know, what's a step forward, or what can the sheriffs do to kind of mend this if this did indeed come from them?
Sure. Well, if it didn't come from them, then I think all these websites that say that they can look up the location of where the email came from is incorrect. I'm very, very sure through everything that we've researched, it's the San Diego Sheriff. The bigger conversation is what they said in the email about calling Ferguson protesters animals, not real citizens, not the ones on welfare. It is really classist, shaming, racist language. So even if somebody was to be fired, or if we were to demand their resignation, which I think that would be suitable, what does that say about the culture in the sheriff's department that is breeding this? So, I mean, it was a question of why is this person assuming a job to protect and serve, or to keep the peace, if that is not happening? It's very concerning. It's very concerning.
Sheriff Gore can easily fix this, though. He can identify this person and terminate their employment. I mean,
Right.
It's just that simple.
And that you think the community would be satisfied with that step? I mean, would that ease the tension that's sent by this?
You know, I'll never be. So my organization documented about 400 cases, 400 in San Diego, dating back to the 80s, of people brutalized, killed, etc., from every branch of law enforcement in the county. And I am not going to be satisfied until the families deserve justice, until we don't have another person killed by police. That's not part of the equation. That's not what we're advocating for. We're advocating for people's lives. We're human rights activists. We're not looking to start anything. We're looking to practice our amendment right to freedom of speech. We've never provoked police. We've always made principled stances at city council meetings. We've always, practiced our peaceful right to protest. And we will continue to do so for the families and everybody who we work with. This is our neighbors. This is our community. It's extended family.
Are you guys filing a lawsuit concerning this incident?
I can't answer that.
Anything else you could tell us about this?
San Diego has a long history of chilling free speech. There have been all kinds of crazy cases. The city attorney tried to throw someone in jail for using sidewalk chalk. The district attorney tried to throw a hip-hop artist in jail for recording rap music. Now the sheriff is harassing activists who do work protecting people who've been abused by law enforcement. We've come to expect this kind of activity around here. It's no longer unusual. It's kind of par for the course.
Do you think this rises to the level of a federal crime where the FBI should be looking at this?
Well, we know Bill Gore has a lot of friends at the FBI, so that wouldn't be hard at all, would it?
Have they said anything in response at all so far?
They said they've received it and they are investigating. I don't know what that is besides. But like I said, we're just going to be handing this over soon. This is the paper copy of the complaint. We're just going to be walking it over. And we just wanted to put it out there what we're about, and we just wanted to say what the work that we're doing. We're there, we're here for the community, and this kind of attitude is not right. And obviously there's a much bigger culture here that people aren't talking about the sheriff. So.
There's something you can do, too. There are all kinds of movements to reform the Citizens Review Board around here. There's a hearing tomorrow at City Hall. People are interested in getting involved. There's lots of ways. Catherine's group needs help. There are the Overpass Light Brigade has actions around town all the time. There's lots of ways that people who care about this issue can get involved.